Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, assorted members of the jury, tables and chairs, and distinguished guests, today I bring you Age of Mythology in its finest form, spawning in the blue color, playing as Set. His name is Kvoth. His opponent today, he has made a career winning Age of Mythology games at the highest level. He is one of the greatest of all time in the 3Ms. He has made it to the finals, has not yet been able to claim that ever-elusive S-tier victory in Age of Mythology retold just yet. But then again, who hasn't apart from Mr.? We'll see if he's going to be able to continue his winning ways in this Clash of Immortals tournament here. His name is Magic, and he is going to be playing Gaia. We've got a little bit of a throwback here, ladies and gentlemen. I remember seeing this matchup. It wasn't Magic playing Gaia, but it was... and it wasn't Kvoth playing Set either. It was for Flipperoonie. Kvoth played Set against... Kvoth played Set against Mr. Sorry, Mr. played Set against Kvoth's Gaia and absolutely swept the floor with him in that game. But it's a different patch. It's been many, many moons since that one. And I guess we'll see how things are going to go. Now, in my experience, I think I've seen this matchup played quite a bit. I've played it myself. It seems like the best way to go for Set is some sort of a one town center play, especially on a map like Steppe. Now, there is a fantastic town center over here. Grab this town center, have access to this gold mine with a couple of Migdol strongholds, and you can be okay, but realistically speaking, the classical fight, the Wadget, and all the good stuff is very, very powerful stuff, and we'll see if Magic is going to be able to deal with it. Now, with Gaia, I do think you've got the angle to deal with that. I do think you've got the angle. Did we do a prediction? We didn't. Let's do a prediction. Where are my mods? We've got Magic, and we've got ourselves Kvoth. Let's give you guys 2 minutes to bet those points. So, yeah. So, the big plan here for Kvoth has to be to keep this one town center. You don't want to let the Gaia player get a second town center here, especially not a good second town center. Oftentimes, you can just sort of just defend everything. It's a fantastic gold mine. Look at this position here for Magic. He drops an economic guild here. He puts the double forest onto this position. Over here, he can grab this town center. He can completely block this position off. He's putting a temple on the back. Ooh. He's putting a temple on the back of his base here. Not sure exactly what was going through his mind there as he stopped that. But anyways, allows us to come up onto this position. And we'll see exactly what Kvoth is going to be going for. Now, we do see a nice... Oh, it's a 4:15. It's actually a delayed advance time here from Kvoth. This does somewhat play into the Magic style. Look at what Magic's doing, though. Magic says, I don't care about your advance time. He's going for a 4-minute. Wait, he pre-queued Oceanus? Hello? Who am I? What am I watching? Wait, what is this villager doing? Wait, what is... Hang on. Have I missed something? I was too busy doing predictions. The priest has been pushed back. No animals for... No animals for Kvoth, it looks like. He killed the priest? No way. Okay. I'm a big silly. Anyways, Oceanus coming through for Magic. He does pre-queue it. So, wait, I'm so confused. He didn't pre-queue it? It looked like he pre-queued it. He didn't pre-queue it. All right, this game is already out of the realm of things that I expected to happen. We see a barracks or two coming up for Kvoth. I imagine the vision will come down at some point. Magic here has got the resources to drop a town center in terms of wood, but I doubt he's going to... He might just go fast heroic here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him do a fast heroic. Am I okay? No, I'm not okay. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a military barracks, 2 military barracks, and a counter barracks as well. As the vision gets dropped down, Spearman queued up. Kvoth here, most likely going to have to go into some Axemen straight away as he does queue both of those up. He sees both of those military barracks. And one thing here for Magic that he could do, which would be very tricky, is wait for this vision to expire, get himself watchtowers, go Heroic Age, and have access to Contarius. The mind games are afoot, ladies and gentlemen. He builds the armor, he deletes it, he chooses market. Interesting. The mind games are afoot here, ladies and gentlemen. As Kvoth now moving across the map, ready to start throwing his Wadgets at the brick wall that is Magic's Gaia. He's got chickens on the back. The one thing here that he hasn't got is watchtowers. I want to see some watchtowers in here. He does have the Caladria and all those good things. And Magic just says, no worries. Don't want to deal with this. Let me just pull back. He's scouted everything. Let me take a quick look at his base. He sees everything over here. We do have a cheeky wall to come up. It looks like the Wadgets can get damage here, but a nice Gaia Forest to come in as well. I think the Wadgets can shoot this, but maybe Magic can move over onto the back of this gold mine and he's fine. Maybe a watchtowers as well would be enough to defend that, but it looks like Kvoth just says, all right, time to retreat back. And Magic is literally completely fine here. Magic has watched my top 5 best strategies video, agrees with me, and says one town center fast heroic into mass Contarius is the best way to play Gaia. And I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. He's also getting himself Bowsaw, a couple more military barracks to come down, and he's going to have access to Dryad. He's going to have access to Contarius. And we're still seeing Axemen coming through here for Kvoth. He's just got himself Scalloped Axe as well. This is not looking good for Kvoth at all. As a buddying set player, this is not what I want to be playing against. This is what I lose to. Another military barracks to come through for Magic. He's back onto the berries as well. I mean, it's just the decision-making that Magic makes in these sorts of moments. He does miss out on this, though. He's not paying attention as the army comes forward. These are hero citizens, so they're not going to take a huge amount of damage from those Wadgets, from that poison. As he pulls back into the town center, he jumps back onto these positions here, drops that Hesperid's tree down. The Contarius are going to be coming through. He doesn't have time to get the upgrade, but he does have time to get out some Dryads, as this army is just looking for damage, but it doesn't look like it's going to be here. Those Wadgets are scary. The Contarius going to... Now we do see some Spearmen. You got to be careful here if you're Magic. I've seen him make these mistakes before. Spearmen obviously beat these Contarius if there are enough out. But he's looking for raids here. He's got to not lose any units while he's doing this. As the Dryads are all out. And now he can grab his upgrades. Now the Kvoth retreats away. But given the way that Kvoth is playing this, it might be a good idea to actually just go into Arcus here as well, rather than pure Contarius, because all infantry units, no slingers, hide the Arcus, get a mass out, stop building Contarius. You've got all the wood in the world over here, plus all the gold in the world with those very cheap Arcus. I think they're only like 25 gold or something. Is that right? 35 gold, much cheaper than those 40 gold. Well, 5 gold cheaper than the 40 gold Contarius. There's another Hesperid's tree to come through, and you look at the army difference right now, and you say, it's looking good for Kvoth, but Kvoth is... What's he going to do next? Contarius looking for some raids. Kvoth is very much defended in his main base as the Contarius are coming through here. He sees the chickens. There is some value here to be struck. As he's trying to snipe down the Spearman over here. He pulls back for the time being. As he snipes down one Spearman. Going to be losing a Contarius, though. No, he keeps it alive. He does have those Caladri, right? So there is a way to heal up as a mana to come up on the front of his base. Look at this defensive base for Magic. It's just untouchable for Kvoth at the moment. Kvoth does not have crenellations. It's not an upgrade. It doesn't exist. It does exist, but... Oh, and now we actually see not Arcus. He's going for Bite of the Shark. So Magic says, all right, I see your army. I'm going to make myself Murmillo Contarius here. At least that's what it looks like. Quick armory economic upgrade check. Pickaxe. Versus Shaft Mine Bowsaw. That's the mana to come through for Magic over here. Contarius. Wait, did he cancel it? He did cancel it. He says, full Contarius all the way. Never stop the Contarius, he says. Another armory to come down, or an armory to come down here for Magic. This Magic charging forward here with all those Contarius. He's got to be so careful. Losing units is not really an option for him right now because there's going to be shifting sands and he's going to have a fight onto the gold mine. He's got no answers here for the Wadgets. Does it matter? Does it matter he's got no heroes? Kvoth's got a huge amount of Wadget damage to come through. It is very much pierce heavy, so these Contarius are going to be pretty good here. As Magic is just throwing his army away. I don't think he... Does he win the fight? I don't think he does. More Contarius to come through. As he's going to have to retreat back. And now Magic moves up onto this position, but there's shifting sands. Magic is going to be getting gold starved here. He needs to build a unit not named Contarius. Look at the queue here for Kvoth. He charges in. He doesn't want to allow any sort of shifting sands to come through. The villagers to shank down the obelisk. And he does manage to give himself a little bit of breathing room. No units over here, so no shifting sands for the time being. Magic could come over onto this side, juke off into the corner or something as an idea. He's sacking a whole bunch of Contarius into Spearmen. I don't know what I'm watching. We're literally just watching Contarius smashing into Spearmen over and over and over and over and over again. Now this is a good fight, but the shifting sands here is going to make a very, very different story here very, very quickly. No, Kvoth not paying attention. He's going to lose all these units. This is a good little win here for Magic. Now we see Arcus, and now the shifting sands to come through. The villagers going to be making a break for it now. A little bit of a distract with the Contarius as the army retreats. The villagers back. He can move over onto this gold mine and do what Magic does best. The absolute clowning of villager moving one way and moving the other way. He's got no gold in the bank for the time being. He can sell resources for a little bit here. As the Contarius looking to come in, trying to snipe some spearmen. He's going to find some villager kills here. Going straight after that Pharaoh as the Pharaoh snipes down the Dryad. Over onto this side, the spearmen going after those Contarius nicely. We're trading back. The army over here is getting cleaned up. Great little attack from Kvoth here, but Magic hasn't managed to get over onto this position. As Magic is trying to use the speed advantage to some sort of degree. And now with, I mean, if he can get these Arcus out and get enough population, sure, he can deal with the Spearmen. But I feel like he should have gone into this ages ago. But will he be able to come in? He's going to move back over onto this gold mine, distracting away. One idea here is to move those villagers onto this position and onto this position at the same time. And that way, you're still getting gold in no matter what. The army healing up on this spot. We see leather frame shield now coming in as Kvoth knows what's coming for himself. Just Magic popping back up to the top corner. The spearman. Whoop. The spearman. Notice this. Back into the mana here. Going to get 3 citizen kills. Always huge to get those kills As now Magic says, all right, you're out of position. He's going to push forward, but he still doesn't have a single hero. How are you going to kill off mid units with no heroes? Drops the Carnivora down. He does have the Stymphalian Bird flying on top here. The Arcus to charge forward. Trying to deal with this. I mean, the Stymphalian Bird is doing work here, but now it's going to get taken out. And now Magic is out of... I think he's out of steam here. He's got no gold left. The Spearmen coming through. They're going to catch those Arcus retreating away, and he does get in front of them. And they're all going to get taken out. There's a couple of Spearmen over here getting some damage done. Wait, does Magic see that gold mine? He does. Obviously, he can't just go there, but a couple of Dryads to come over and deal with the Spearmen on that position. And now we see Slingers. Kvoth sees army, says, hey, you're building that. Let me go for something else. It's the villagers to shank down the obelisk over here. Going to pull back. Nice little bait and switch. Oh, nice little move from Kvoth there to pull his Spearman away. He's coming back up to the top position here.
Enito.
How much does the trade route have? He can still sell food. If he wants to put down all the farms. Doesn't really have a whole lot of them. It's Magic's army getting dragged into the corner. This is kind of like a vintage Magic move as well. Kvoth using Magic's own tactics against him. As we do see. Wait, does he not have ballistics? He does have ballistics, but these archers are missing. And now the army of Magic is going to get caught out yet again. Town center to come through for Kvoth here as the villagers get pushed off. And now we do see Bite of the Shark to come in. Onto this position, the mana. Gets taken out. Villager's going to be going down. And Kvoth is now on 2 town centers. He's got the score lead. Whenever Stat has got the score lead on you, you know you're in trouble. Heroic Age now comes through. And Magic to retreat back. Seeing what he can do here. He's just got no units. I mean, he's trying to space with the Arcus, but... And the Spearman, 5.3 speed. It's a lot of speed. He's managing to get some very, very nice time on this gold map. Finally, we see heroes! It's the Dryads pushing forward. Like, Kvoth here, he just says, there's no heroes. Like, it doesn't matter. The Dryads are tanking up nicely. As we see another Carnivora over onto this side. Units coming in. Migdol's Stronghold to come through. Ancestors getting dropped down. Is there going to be time here or not? It looks like the answer is a big fat no as the forward Migdol is up. The villagers turning around. Some desperation shanking to come through here for Magic. And Magic is pushed off. He's got no gold. He's got 97 pop. There's 190 pop. And it looks like he's got no hope in this game. Magic deletes his temple to get back into his base. Oof. A couple of units to come over here and try and survive. Try and help him survive. But the thing is here, when you're playing Gaia against Set, the game doesn't get easier for you as the game goes on. It really doesn't. Once Set gets to the Mythic Age, through Horus, life gets really, really difficult for the Gaia. You get the Horus Spear, you get the greatest of 50, the Axeman. is really, really powerful. Avengers as well. It's really, really powerful. So Magic has got to find a way back into this game quick. And I don't think there's a way for him to do it at this point. He does. Oh God, he's back onto this gold mine. Magic is a bit of a magician. He makes a name for himself doing this. Nice little snipes here from the Arcus, sniping down one of those budgets there as well. As the villagers... Oh, maybe you can get over here. Spearman swinging around. But since right now, like, we've already got... Oh, we got Kvoth coming through. Kvoth says, I'm just gonna put an end to it. I'm way far in front. Let me just go Thoth. Let me drop a meteor on your base and we'll just call it a day. As Kvoth is just sneaking around. Or Magic sneaking around. And he will be spotting those villagers out here trying to drop a mana down. Kvoth very, very on top of it here. No sneaky business. But the army coming through here for Magic as his main base is under full pressure. As the villagers pop out, going to come back over onto the gold mine. Oracle's going down over here. Another villager going to get taken out. And Magic is just trying to keep himself alive here. Magic is a fighter. I mean, if he's not anything else, he's a fighter. As his town center will fall. A carnivore to get dropped down. Eats one of the elephant. Yum, yum, yum. Magic's army going to be coming back over here, but there's going to be a meteor for it. As there's the Mythic Age. And meteor gets dropped down. God says, I don't even want to fight your army. Let me just use my god powers on it, and we'll kill off all your buildings as well. We get the fireworks in here. And Magic is out of here, I think. He's on the gold mine though! He's found the gold! And that is the first win there for Kvoth. I mean, Contarius versus Murmillo? Sorry, Contarius versus Spearman? No. Contarius Murmillo versus Spearman? Big yes. I thought that was the angle, but Magic cancelled his upgrade. Magic cancelled that Bite of the Shark upgrade. And then he didn't make any Murmillo. And then he went into Arcus. And Arcus are begging for slingers and things like that. He made them way late as well. But I think if he just goes, get the Contarius out, get the Murmillo out, get the heroes out mostly, and all of a sudden I think he's actually completely fine in this game. In fact, I think he's in a better spot than Kvoth was, because Kvoth, he kind of fell for the fast heroic. I think Magic got the fast heroic off that he wanted in this game, but making the poor decisions in the heroic age, just not enough here. The Dryads could not carry him. The Contarius not powerful enough against those medium spearmen, and the game goes to Kvoth. We'll move on to game number 2. We'll see if Magic can bounce back here. Alrighty, we're into game number 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to duel. The first game jitters here are going to be... Whoops, what am I doing? First game jitters are going to be over. I've just absolutely I just brain blanked. What's the thing to swap the what's the hotkey to swap the thing? Is it not D? Hold on. I think I just had a stroke. I literally just had a stroke. Alt T. You guys are literally watching a man have a stroke on live on stream. Please enjoy. In the blue color, playing as Loki, his name is Kvoth. In the bottom of the map, in the red color, playing as Zeus, his name is Magic. Now, I was saying this before, and I'm going to say it again. Magic has literally made a career out of winning games on Anatolia throughout all of the Age of Mythology tournaments that have been. However, on Legacy, he picked Isis. In Retold, he picks Zeus. He won on Kurlauga, which is very similar. He's been winning on Anatolia. But this is a different kettle of fish right now. Kvoth has got Loki. Loki isn't a god that I would assume not many people match up against Loki on this map. That would be my guess with what's going on here. Loki is a bit of a pocket pick to some degree here. Like most people go, I want to use my Loki on a land map. He's much better there. But the one thing that Norse does get on water is all of a sudden you don't have to deal with that Egyptian powerhouse. You don't have to deal with that Egyptian powerhouse. So then what? If you can figure out how to beat Greek, you're good to go. So I guess Kvoth here has to be feeling, well, Magic's going to be playing Zeus. I'm sure that he's practiced this matchup 100 times in his scrims. But then again, this isn't a Zeus like everyone else's. This is Magic's Zeus. And every time I watch Magic play Zeus, he always comes up with something even more crazy than the last time. Even more crazy than the last time. So I'm very excited. Let's see how this game's going to go. Already, Magic dropping his dock over here. We've got Kvoth just one dock for the time being here. The bottom water. Already 2 docks down for Magic. He doesn't have his temple down. This is a wild build order here for Magic. It kind of looks like... Well, it kind of looks like he's going to be able to get... He's got to get the temple down. This might be one of those really specific Magic builds. I think it is. I think this is one of those really, really specific Magic builds. He's going to get the temple up with barely enough time for a 415 here. 3 docks and a dream. He's trying to grab that fish, but Kvoth's already taken it. As Magic's going to grab these positions over here. And we see Heimdall for Kvoth. All right. The secret stream strats are now coming out. Actually, we've seen Heimdall before on this map. In fact, we saw it a lot when the game launched. Heimdall plus Njord with an Undermine plus the Walking Woods comes through, cleans up Town Center very, very quickly. No forward temple though from Kvoth, so he's not going to have that Mountain Giant there as well. Alternatively, he might try and use the Undermine to take down some docks here and just claim the water. Magic playing very safe here and not claiming these fishing spots though. I think he's going to be kicking himself for not grabbing that soon here. This Magic poking his little Katoskopos in, just trying to spot some stuff, steal some goats. Happy days. As the Berserk, going to be swinging down to this bottom side of the map, looking for a little cheeky something here. If not just a spy, but just something. As Magic now hits the classical age. In his main base, Military Academy, no surprises there. Over here for Kvoth, he has Rixthula, pretty cute, but he's nowhere close to getting his favor in. He's got to kill off all of these deer. I believe he probably used his town center to shoot the boar as well, so he didn't get max amount of favor there. He could shank down the chickens to get that favor in. As the units to come through, Magic is a very, very keen fighter on water. I'm sure he's going to be more than happy to just build some dudes out here. Get some damage in onto those longboats. We do see a spy getting dropped down where? Let's have a quick look. Spy. Oh, a villager kill! Magic not paying attention over here. The villager's getting pushed back. He's still not paying attention. There's a lot of idle villagers getting caused here. Still not paying attention. What is going on? Magic fully focused up onto this position over here. This is not the Magic we know and love. He's still not back. Another villager down. One berserk and a dream here. Another villager is trapped here. Another villager going down. Magic's got all the units out in the middle of the map. The berserk killer. We got the chat saying that it's the sound, but the guys are playing on the old patch. That was the biggest oof I think I've ever seen from Magic. That berserk just killed a butt ton of units. And now Rick Stuhler is in as well. The game is not over, but this is a significant... This is a significant advantage for Kvoth. I can't stress that enough. Kvoth has got all of the advantage now moving forward, and he's looking to go to the heroic age. He's got the resources. He's going to be throwing an armory down. There's no sense in not. The big weakness that he does have here is he's playing against Greek. Greek army, very powerful. As the Minotaur charging for restoration to try and keep the Minotaur alive. It's not going to help. And now Magic loses his restoration. And Kvoth is just like, you're just giving me everything, Magic. Lots and lots of hoplites out. Magic's going to need either Hippias or Toxotes to deal with those. Throwing axemen. We'll be seeing at least the docks at the back here getting cleaned up. Magic still hasn't even grabbed these fishing spots. I mean, right now, it's basically equal fishing ships. Where Magic could be on 9 extra fishing ships. And maybe the loss of the villages wouldn't actually matter that much. More docks falling. There's only one dock here. You pick up that last dock and then all of a sudden the fishing ships stop working. But there's the Njord. This is what we were basically expecting here. Easy way to defend against this is to delete your Jason and rebuild him when he comes back in, and maybe just leave your other hero at home. And you're never going to get caught out. As Magic says, oh, it's time to charge forward here. There's just so many dudes here, and it looks like Magic is just going to kill off this dock. And we see all the docks back up over here, though. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure if this is what Magic wanted to have happen. He picks off the dock. All of his Medicontas die. There's not a lot of extra resources needed to get these docks back up. Losing a couple of hoplites over here as well. But he does distract the army over onto this side as there's... the Walking Woods is in, but... Oh, God. What is this guy doing? Hello there, my good sir. And now the Walking Woods to come through, but I'm pretty sure Magic, if he doesn't even need to delete them. I would still delete the Jason, to be honest. I would delete the Jason and rebuild him out here. But anyways, he's going to be able to get back home. He's going to be able to defend this. Yes, there is an undermine. We see an armory to come through. And this is really not what Kvoth wanted out of this at all. But it does give Kvoth a huge amount of time right now. As the market's coming up, the hill fort to come up as well for Kvoth. A bolt onto the Kraken. Magic still wants to keep fighting over here. I don't know why. He's got all the fish in the world on this side, but he just wants to keep fighting on this top spot. The Pentacontra are going to be saying, all right, let's leave. We'll go after some fishing ships here. Kvoth's going to be getting that micro in to pull them back. Market is up. Hill fort in the main base. Kvoth's plan here, very simple. Get Nidhogg. Nidhogg beats Greek army. Live the dream. Magic, however, you got to be careful. Magic's got bronze incoming. He's got hoplites incoming. He's got right click on town center with bronze incoming. I don't know if Kvoth can just go to the mythic age here. But he's still going after docks. It's kind of funny. Like, there's just so many dogs up for Kvoth, but he's just killing them all. He's just like, I'm just going to keep killing these dogs, just hurting your economy and all the good stuff. As there's the heroic age, but hell is already in. And the problem here for Magic is dealing with a Nidhogg. The way to beat Nidhogg is a fortress and a gold mine, plus all your heroes out. And that's resources. As the Throwing Axemen are now in. He'll snipe the dock, and then he's going to make a run for it. Nice little ghost building in. Oh, and the mountain giant with the path blocking. A lot of those hoplites falling as the hoplites over here clean up another dock, going into the main base now. Magic's now got himself some Hypaspis. So the hoplites managed to high-five the Loki army before running away, getting back to full level. Market to come up here for Magic. What is this? He's still just... Let me go! I want to fight a villager! How does... He sends this guy... How does Magic not know? He's charging in. He's looking for a fight here. It's pure Throwing Axemen. Magic is sniffing out the Mythic Age, but is it too little too late? He clicks Bronze. Charging in. There's the Mythic Age, though. The Nidhogg. Going to come through. Magic's going to run. All those hoplites are going to get absolutely toasted here by this Nidhogg. He swoops in. He shoots. The damage incoming. He's staying in this fight. The Nidhogg does divine damage. That Bronze doesn't do anything here. And Magic has now lost his army. He's out in the middle of the map, dropping a fortress. He needs this fortress up. He is building the right kind of units with the Hypaspis, but he needs some Peltast. Peltast against this would be huge. Now, Kvoth to move out onto this gold mine. He's been sticking in his base for this entire time. No raids being able to come through for Magic. I wouldn't be surprised to see a hill fort getting dropped down very, very quickly here for Kvoth. Kvoth knows he's in a good spot, but this is where Norse players can go wrong. Either, well, I mean, right now, I'm not sure if you can go wrong with a Nidhogg and 3 Fire Giants, but this is where Norse players go wrong. They overestimate their advantage, throw away their units very quickly, and then they can end up throwing a game. There's the villagers here. We'll have to dive into the fortress or something. He pops out onto those Throwing Axemen, taking them down. The Fire Giants, however, are going to be cleaning up units so absurdly quickly. Undermine to come down onto the fortress to try and finish that off quickly. As onto the back here, the Jason. Where is Jason? The Heracles getting taken down. Looks like the fortress is going to be falling here, which then means that the Nidhogg can come back in, no problems. Magic is now in a gold star position. Or Kvoth is in a gold star position, I should say. As Magic's got to pull all the way back into his main base. 3 Fire Giants and Nidhogg, and a dream here for Kvoth to go up to a very quick 2-0 lead in this game. You see more archery range. Just you got to get some Peltast out to deal with these bad boys, but maybe Toxotes are a good idea as well. We'll have to wait and see. The Fire Giants coming into the main base. Those villagers here are going to get roasted. No reaction from Magic. It's all the villagers falling to a gigantic special attack there from those Fire Giants. Onto the bottom side of the map here. The Nidhogg going after villagers left, right, and center. So the Nidhogg will take a huge amount of damage from the Odysseus chasing that down. He does have the same speed there, but it will end up getting out of position. Meanwhile, 1 Fire Giant onto this side, going to put a stop to those raids. We see a dot coming down here from Kvoth here as well. Oh, and the Wookiee Woods tree might start getting involved soon. As those Hypaspis to pull back. They will be able to get away with their lives. No, they won't. Ouch. That's Kvoth getting very close to full population here. Potentially a lightning storm and a Bellerophon for Magic to try and pull himself back into this game. He's got a fortress to come up, but I mean, he's got no food. He's losing fishing ships. The Yorman Elver over here, I'm pretty sure it wins this fight. It should win this fight. It's a Mythic Age Deuterino fighting against a one-headed Hydra. But nonetheless, I see a random watchtower up for Kvoth. Always hilarious. But right now, the villager differential is actually quite close. I'm a bit surprised. As the upgrades coming through, Town Center's now going to start coming in for Kvoth. He can take full map control. Hydra, Skylar, Hydra. He almost beat the Yorn Elver. 147 HP. They're all the same thing. Oh my god! It's happening again! Magic's villagers are not long for this world. Magic just trying to macro up an army, but I mean, realistically, like when you're in this position, what else can you do? Like Lightning Storm and Bellerophon, he needs those. It's just never going to come through. We see the villagers on the temple trying to get up to 100 favor. He's not even going to get that 100 favor in as the fire giants to come in, cleaning up. Toxotes there with that special ability, retreating away as the units are falling on that retreat. And Magic has got, I don't think, much left in this tank. He's going to be getting himself up the temple, maybe for another restoration or something. As the town center getting cleaned up. But is not looking like he's going to be falling in this game anytime soon. As the town center ends up going down. And Magic has got very little hope here. Jason and Heracles to take down the fire giants is going to be nice. As he picks up another fire giant. And he finally manages to catch Kvoth somewhat out of position here. But Kvoth has got two town centers now. He's got the hill fort coming up over onto this side. As the villagers are going to try and sneak over here and get a little bit of gold income back. Kvoth now going to get himself some Huskarl to try and deal with those Toxotes and Peltas and all the other good stuff. Meanwhile, the Berserk's coming through here, and they're just going to grab this down. Oh, dear. Magic's got 40 villages. Restoration to come in as Magic's trying to push forward. One little last-ditch effort. But Champion, throw an Axeman. Champion Huskarl versus medium and heavy units is just never going to be enough. And Magic, in that position, decides to tap out. And Kvoth claims game number 2. Are we going to be seeing a very quick sweep in this best of 5? Or is Magic going to be able to actually pull something out of his hat going into game number 3? A very interesting game here. I think Magic kind of got caught out a little bit. I think he just needs to get to that Mythic Age. It's so important. Getting Bellerophon to clean up the fire giants and all the other good stuff. Not grabbing these fishing spots, which were completely free for the entirety of this game, was a really, really big question mark. I think not only that, missing out on this raid over here, absolutely gigantic. To explain exactly what's going on there, if you don't notice it, or if something else is attacking, you don't get another alarm that you're being attacked. If you're getting attacked over here, you don't get that other alarm. That's why multi-raids and other stuff is so powerful in Age of Mythology, because you get alerted to yourself getting attacked on this top side and you're busy microing or whatever, but you're actually getting attacked on the bottom as well, and you lose a ton of stuff. And Magic, they fell victim to that. That's why you've really got to be trained to be always having an eye on that mini-map. But a blue dot Maybe you just couldn't see it. Anyways, we move on to game number 3, and we'll see if Magic can start bringing it back here. Game number 3. Magic's not tournament life on the line, but his tournament something on the line, as we've already seen a little something different here from Kvoth, as he's playing Nuwa, and he has dropped the immediate Clay Peasants down. An immediate Clay Peasants here for Kvoth. His opponent today, Magic, dropping his mana down nice and early. And I imagine he's going to be going for some early pressure. Meanwhile, Goat's in the middle of the map. This Oracle chasing into this position. Going to be getting the big scouting out. But Kvoth has already won just a little bit. And I guess we'll see how things are going to go. But what is this? Like, why go for double Clay Peasants early? The only answer you have for this is, well, this is going to be a really quick advance time for Kvoth. Kvoth grabs himself 210 gold. I can only expect that this has been a slight mistake from him here. I could be wrong. Because he doesn't... Well, he's got villagers onto gold as well. I got no idea. I don't know. I'm a little bit on the... This is new. This is something I haven't seen before. I don't know what it is. The build order is wild. He overgrabbed gold. Maybe that was just a mistake. I don't know. Anyway, so for the 11th months there, Matt No. Appreciate you, my friend. Matt Noah. Appreciate you there, man. But, yep, here's the temple to come up for Kvoth. He is going to be going for what looks to be a triple Kvoth opening here. Okay, we've got it. We figured it out. Triple Kvoth opening. He's going to get himself the Kvoth Chieftain. He's going to get himself the secondary Kvoth, but he doesn't have the favor for it. So I'm still confused. And he's going to be playing against Kronos. And Kronos is going to be sending this stuff very, very quickly. I imagine... I would have imagined that Magic is going to go for a very quick advance time, as he does go. There he goes. He's going through Leto. He's got the temple. Leto is the god to beat. We've got Haltu queued up right now. As all the villagers coming over onto this gold, collecting it up. Okay, so he's not going for a triple Kvoth because he doesn't have the favor, and I'm just confused. As we see some pioneers to come through. Goats coming back home, as Magic does manage to claim just a few of those. Is the temple. The temple's moving forward, keeping an eye on this settlement over here.
Bullreg.
Oracle poking its head in over onto this side. No Oracle on the top side to spot the temple. So he's not going to be able to put a stop to Pioneer production here. But nonetheless, the Pioneer will be over here ready to take a look at this. Do you see more automatons? Not just yet. Actually, part of me is surprised that we didn't see like another like crazy rush from Magic. You know, when we saw Magic versus the Mister, he went for the crazy automaton rush, but he's pulling up to this top side as we got the Cheongchi over here, ready to defend with the help of the Pioneer as a bit of damage to come in. The Cheongchi, very, very powerful here. Has the speed as well, as he's going to start chomping onto the automaton. And we see Magic going for a fast second town center. As one automaton down. Two automaton going to be down. And Magic has just put himself into an incredibly difficult position here. An incredibly difficult position here indeed. Sending all his villagers now over onto the town center to complete this one up. He's got one mana here as well instead of the stock standard 2. And he will be able to finish the town center. He's got 10 seconds remaining on it, so not really any problems. Meanwhile, in the main base here for Kvoth, he's going to send his Kvoth up to the top side, claiming the better of the two town centers. He has himself gold behind it. He has himself the hunt over here as well. As the villagers now moving over here to get the caribou out. And where to next? Temple onto the back. Doesn't want to be losing that. The villagers just pulling off of that Boit. Kind of killed in an unfortunate position there. Now Magic does get a slight advantage here for having his talent center up first. But I don't think Kvoth's going to really mind this at all. Getting his second talent center up here a little bit later. He's going to continue to get himself out those Quaofu. He doesn't have to worry about the mass automaton for some time here, which maybe he can get to the heroic age and he can get himself out the powerful heroes. If you can get to the mythic age as well, you can get out that Li Jian. I think that's what it is. And all of a sudden he can just clean up everything. And so over onto this side, we see the cheeky little Qiongqi getting some damage done. Magic can very simply take these fights. As long as he doesn't lose both the automatons, it's kind of totally fine. That's the villagers to come over here. Qiongqi going to be retreating back because he can just heal him back up with another automaton. It's not a problem. Anyways, the earth wall down, protecting this position. There's nothing really here to protect, but it does lock off this gold mine a little bit. You can still push through here if you're Kvoth Magic. If you're Magic, Kvoth might want to wall this off up onto this top position as well. With a wall, you can definitely sneak around the edge there. The walls don't really give any line of sight from memory. You can't see anything there, so you can kind of sneak around. We are seeing Magic going for that, but no, maybe they do give line of sight. One line of sight. They give one line of sight. That's different to the normal walls, which give 0 line of sight. So there you go. The more you know, the stronger you become. These Kvoth pioneers do get spotted out in this position, but he's got to get those attacking at the right angle here to actually get some kills. Meanwhile, over onto this spot, the Qiongqi just going to town on this position. I just got to deal with this. Kvoth is all over him, it looks like. Another one to come in, as these raids are looking very, very brutal at the moment. And he snipes a Oracle there as well as the Terma to chase away, but both those Qiongqi get out of there, and we are now starting to see the Wuzu Javelineers getting built. Spider eggs to come through. And Magic just going to be going into Automaton Terma here. Now the problem with Automaton Terma, I guess, is they don't have any pushing power. So you don't have to really to worry about a whole lot of stuff here. As the Pioneers shooting down. Oh, nice little dodge there from Magic as he starts to pay attention. So his Pioneer to start charging through, getting a little bit of damage done, but Magic can't really break through there. Main base is open here. There's villages here, wood line here. There's some positions to start attacking into the main base. We'll see if Magic is going to start going for that or not, as he does get himself medium soldiers, ranged soldiers, and we are going to be seeing the automaton to come through as well. And there's the Feistus Revenge to come through. They're going to boost up those automatons just a little bit. Watchtowers come through as well, as Rusho is on the way here for Kvoth. He has managed to just defend everything here, it looks like, as the walls a little bit late from Kvoth does manage to spot that, but the villagers immediately pulling back in onto the spot. He does have the gold mine on the front there as well. Even if it is half chopped out by those earth walls, he can still mine from it. As with the heroic age, what comes? You get access to the seer. You get access to the other hero, whatever it's called. I can't remember. I wish I could. This one over here. This guy, Jiang Xia. And I imagine Kvoth is just going to go immediately into his ballet situation and start making himself White Horse Cavalry to deal with all of this. As the automaton getting some good damage done. Does manage to snipe down one of those guys. There's the Fey Beast as Magic just running away. That's exactly what Kvoth wants him to do, though. You have to snipe down those Fey Beasts. They're doing so much damage here. All of the Terma getting picked off there. All of the Terma getting picked off there, and I mean, that's huge for Kvoth, right? Magic going to keep on trying to push forward here. He's got a lot of automatons here. He's going to want to repair back up, but I mean, is he going to be allowed to? We'll see. Is the army going to come over and try and take a fight? He can snipe down the Xiongqi here. One Terma getting killed as it gets converted there. The Magic needs to get some heroes out. He does have himself the Baihu as he dives in. Going to be gnawing down onto one of those automatons as well as the Spider Egg coming in here to try and help out. Magic doesn't want to leave this position just yet. As more units coming through. Terma sniping down the Wuzu Javelineers behind, but all those automatons falling. And it looks like Magic might be making well, not an early exit, but a quick entry into the losers bracket in this tournament. He's starting to heroize units. He's got those Kyra Ballista coming through to try and deal with the Dao Swordsman. And Magic's army is just absolutely getting decimated. The Baihu charging over here, distracting a ton. As the front line falls, the Terma remaining are not going to be too useful against those Dao Swordsmen. And Magic is on full retreat mode. And Kvoth looks like... I don't think he can really lose this position, to be honest. He is so far in front. Magic does have himself a decent amount of population. He's got the villager lead, so maybe it's not as over as it seems. You never know in these positions, but Kvoth is so good here. He's going to now start getting himself some siege out, I imagine. Pushes over here to grab the caribou. That's the automaton trying to sneak in and at least give himself just a little bit more back in here. Medium Kyra Ballista is what we'll see if we can do anything against all of these Dao Swordsmen, as we are going to be having Gilded Shields to come through. A big boost to come in for them. As the villagers pulled off of this gold mine over here, we see a third town center coming through for Magic behind all of this as well. As a little bit of a raid onto the villagers. Magic being a little bit cavalier with this town center. He's got to get up here and defend this. The Baihu getting some serious damage done over here. See the citizens trying to repair this one back up. He does manage to hold this, but now with all the Kyra Ballista in, we will start seeing White Horse Cavalry, and these guys hit for 6 against those Kyra Ballista. You absolutely need to get the Murmillo over there and defend this if you can. A couple more citizens falling. The Murmillo sniping everything on this position, and Magic is holding here. He is actually holding. I may have counted Magic out a little bit too early. Never count Magic out in these games. He's on 3 town centers now. He's held the big push. He's got a decent amount of citizens. He's going up through Rhea now. He is losing a lot of villagers, but maybe that's fine for him. As now, Kvoth needs to start making those White Horse Cavalry and stop making Dao Swordsmen. They get absolutely annihilated by those Kyra Ballista. Magic's a little bit short on gold as he's sneaking up onto this gold position. He's got this gold mine over here and this one on this position. He's got himself no upgrades, though. Kvoth, on the other hand, he is missing his own upgrade, kind of. He's got most of them. As the deconstruction onto the ballet comes through, Magic pushing forward beautifully here. And Kvoth in full retreat. We now see him getting Divine Judgment. I can't see him winning with Dao Swordsman against this many Kyra Ballista. There's no way they break through this. They've got 53% pierce armor, sure. But look at these guys. These guys are doing 7.2 pierce damage per second times 5. That's like 50 plus damage, 54 damage or something, right? A second. Sure, take the 53% off. They're just going to get annihilated. Look at just one hit. Rhea coming through as well means Behemoth, which means dead position. How do you hold against the Behemoth? We see some... Okay, there we go. Wuzu Javelin in here. This is the answer for the Karaballister. Kvoth is walling Magic in on this top side, though. Magic needs to be careful. The gold mine situation is not amazing here. He needs these gold mines. Absolutely needs them. He can't be losing this position. The villagers, the pioneers, coming over to shank, alerting Magic of what's happening here. He's going to be retreating. Starts to shank the villagers on this side. He's got more citizens than Kvoth does have peasants. Maybe Kvoth makes a bit of a mistake there as the army poking forward over here. Great control from Magic with those Karaballas. He can't stay... He can't get too close here with the Karaballas, otherwise he might lose a whole bunch of stuff here. As Kvoth here does manage to pop out. Magic can just do some pretty nice micro if he just pulls the Karaballister back, but does he need to? There he goes. Doing a little bit of a pullback micro there as the Murmillos going to town on the Dow Swordsman, it looks like. As, oh, you got there, but he's done the perpendicular wall. He's done it. My man, Magic. Let's go. As the Spider Ladder come through, and Kvoth can't win a fight here. Kvoth can't win a fight at the moment. We do see a cheeky... Oh, he's going for Gong Gong. Okay, if he can't win a fight, get Mythic Age and see what happens. Where are the Behemoths, though? The Behemoth's going after the main town set. Oh, he changes his mind. He's going for Zhurong. He's going for Zhurong, but this is the town. It's going to go down. Kvoth isn't paying attention here. He doesn't have any heroes. The Behemoth are making their way in. There's no answer for this. The town center goes down. No Mythic Age. Mythic Age denied here. This town center is dead. You have to go for a market. You have to start thinking about trade route as well. And the units as well coming in, going to start taking down some villages. Do we see a palace or something up here? Magic needs this gold mine. This could be a game over for Magic as well if he loses that position because he's about out of gold over here. He needs to start thinking about defense on this bottom position here. He kills the town center, but the peasants turn around, start shanking. The Behemoths will get some kills on the way out here. We see Zhurong clicked up again. God says, I want to get to this next stage. Over here, Magic trying to take this fight with all these guys. The deconstruction onto the ballet as well to give him the advantage here. Meanwhile, up here, we've got the Dow Swordsman getting taken down. Magic getting a palace. He's out of gold. He needs this position. He needs it now. The Magic throwing away units here. It looks like Kvoth has held for the time being. More Murmillos to come in here. He's trying to push in and trying to snipe villagers into the main base. The town center will be back up. Kvoth trying to throw up a longer wall here. But the Murmillos are coming through. And now we've got Chukonu as they will deal with those Murmillos beautifully. Does Magic have the upgrade? Yes, he does. These Murmillos are incredible. As the villagers for Magic coming through, he has to drop down a palace here or something. He needs this gold mine. I can't stress that enough. Now on top of this, look at the main base. Kills off farms, kills off town center, can kill off this position, can kill off this position here. He can drop it on this position for the real big damage. This blazing prairie. Is Magic just pumping Murmillo? He needs some answers for Medium Chukonu. Those things hit like a truck, just like the Karaballas to do as well. Magic does still have Trader, so the big Firebird can get stolen away, but Magic's army is just winning here. But he still needs an answer. He needs this gold mine. He's got a trade route started, but not very many. So the Mythic Age is now in. For Kvoth. But is this going to be all she wrote in this game, or Can Kvoth figure this? Can Magic keep himself alive, keep his chances alive in this game? As the Terma sniping down Chukonu over here. The Blazing Prairie going into the main base. I don't think this is where he really needs to use it, but the Town Center will go down. The Economic Guild goes down. Most of these manors looking like they're going to be able to survive here. A whole bunch of farms to fall. And now Magic to move on to the bottom side of the map. However, Kvoth's army of Chukonu starting to look good. He has started up the trade route. We might be heading to the ultra late game here as well, ladies and gentlemen. Both players out of gold mines. This is the only gold mine left here. Villagers here for Kvoth. If he can grab this and win a fight, well, I mean, I think he wins the game here. But if Magic wins the next fight, which he very well might do, he's at full population, he grabs this gold mine and maybe Kvoth loses the game. This is a great little initial fight for him to take. And Kvoth says, we're not taking this. We know exactly what's coming here. We're going to pull back, try and get our trade route going as fast as possible. Magic needs to move forward and grab this position himself, clean up these buildings. He sees the Chukonu here. More Murmillos are not what he needs. He needs some answers for the Chukonu in Terma. It might sound strange to hear Terma as the unit necessary in this position, but he needs Terma. More Murmillo coming in onto the backside here. Can he break through is the question. The peasants are running straight through the middle of the fight. We see Fae Beast again. Fae Beast to come through to clean up all these units. There's no heroes here for Magic. He's going to lose all his units. And now Kvoth gets the gold mine. And Magic is out of gold. He does have a trade route. It started 75 gold a pop. Not bad. But he loses all of his units here. And the ballet to come up for Kvoth. He claims a gold mine. He's got full pop, basically. He can get himself his 4th age hero out now for sure. Wait, does he have the... He does have the Imperial Economy. He can afford it. Wall's coming up for Magic as well, as he knows he just needs to wait and get this trade route pumping. He's got 21 trade caravans. Is it enough? Underneath the palace... Town center. The villagers immediately coming to repair this one up. He's pushing over here to hit the trade route. This is what Magic does best. He is one of the best late game players in the world, but so too is Kvoth. Plus Kvoth's on Noir, who is a beast in itself in the late game. As the mana falls on this position, Dow Swordsman going to try and break through here as the Oracle retreating away. I'm not sure what the plan is, but Magic here. He's now starting to build some Arcus. I like the Murmillo Terma composition at this point, but now we've also got some scary Tiger Cavalry to start coming through. Kvoth's got all the food income in the world with 31 villagers on food. Maybe he could do with some more, but nonetheless, making these Tiger Cavalry is going to be tough to deal with. But Magic looks like it's going to be able to get up to a full population army here. But funnily enough, maybe what he needs here is just Mythic Age and Implode. Because then you're going to erase the army of Kvoth. And Kvoth got to know that Implode is on the table here. As we do see Li Jing to come through. The raids onto this gold mine, brutal as the army very much out of position. The big weakness of this Kvoth army is the speed. He's just diving in onto the town center. The army is over here to defend this one. This is not going to be going down. As the ballet slowly getting cleaned up. Magic trying to hold on here. Nice control with those Murmillo. But I don't think Peltas... Sorry, it's not Peltas. Arcus. I don't think Arcus beat the Chukonu here. You either need Pontarius or Terma. There's the citizen. Nice snipes there from Kvoth, but he's not going to be able to break through this town center here. Meanwhile, the gold is starting to creep up. As Magic is getting up to full population, we are seeing the villagers trying to repair this position up as Magic just says, I'm just going to kill your villagers, stop that gold income. Kvoth's only got 26 villagers on gold here. Magic throwing away units. He's going to be able to click up to the next stage now. And a big implode is what he needs. As we see Creation. Where did Creation go? Creation onto the front with a forward machine workshop. Kvoth kind of knows. He must know he's on some sort of a timer here. Champion Dow Swordsman. Magic retreating away. He needs an answer to this army. But Kvoth underneath the town center, underneath the palace, taking a lot of damage here. Magic on the full retreat. He decides to turn around now. But again, those Chuko Nu are so powerful here. The front position going to be getting cleaned up. The Arcus trying to snipe down that back position here. But after Kvoth gets through onto this spot here, it's lights out for Magic because this trade route's so important. Trader on what? He traders the axe cart. He traders the axe cart as Li Jing says, excuse me. No, you don't. And deconstruction comes down. Another ballet. Is Magic pulling back up. Still trying to work out what unit composition to build here. Refusing to make the Terma. It feels so wrong to keep saying this because nobody builds Terma in the late game, but Terma are the answer for these Chuko Nu in this situation, in my opinion. As the axe carts coming after the town center here. Kvoth slowly setting up on this spot. Kvoth's army, it looks small, but those Chuko Nu are 3 pop a piece. Imagine them as chariot archers, and you can sort of feel the power of this army. Magic also not getting himself his heavy archers here. He's got a lot of units queued up. As Kvoth now pulling back ever so slightly. There's not a... I don't think there's a... Maybe he has to implode over here. But either way, Kvoth is spreading his dudes very, very nicely. The town center going to be falling here. The Mythic Age is in now for Magic. As he charges in with those Argus. There is still Jiang Xia here to help out, but the units will have to retreat back for the time being. Can Magic somehow pull himself into a position where his army can be it? He drops the implode down. Kvoth pushing forward with his army. A whole bunch of units getting pulled in here. As Kvoth's population, I don't think it's going to be falling here. He didn't pull in that much. That implode was not it. Now the palace is going to be the next thing to be falling. He's now going for more infantry units. Against all these Chuko Nu. He's going to try and get his town center back up. He does have the mana here. There is, however, a siege crossbow. 2 citizens charging forward. He doesn't have survival. The upgrades! The eco upgrades for Magic are not in. He doesn't have himself the economic guild either. Over here, Kvoth also missing just a handful of eco upgrades in this game as the army to come through. Li Jing drops the big fat stun, but it only lasts for 2 seconds here, ladies and gentlemen, as the army of Kvoth looking like it's going to be falling here to Magic's big push. More units coming in to keep on hitting that trade route over here as the town center is getting targeted down. It looks like the siege crossbow going to get cleaned up here. As the Tiger Cavalry doing more damage. Can he get that one up? It looks like he will be able to. And Dow Swords have been going after the Llama Caravans is hilarious. The Llama Caravans literally just outrunning the Dow Swords. 3.8 speed, but they are very, very powerful. Both players with a very functional trade route. 40 caravans, 62 caravans. The gold spend for Kvoth is a little bit bigger than Magic's at 55 versus the 30 Mermillos. Those Chuko Nu were also very expensive at 55 gold as well. The Magic's got to be careful not to throw away all too many units. He is seeing this position. Now all the armory upgrades to come through. A good decision as the deconstruct coming down onto the palace here. There's bronze armor, bronze weapons to come in, but iron is going to be on the way. Magic does lose his entire army here. I mean, maybe the answer here for Magic to beat this army is just to go for Destroyer Arcus. But then he also, I don't know. I mean, Kvoth is back to full population. Magic is going to be back to full population in a moment here. But he's still refusing to build units which kill these Chuko Nu. The army is so slow for Kvoth. And Kvoth is just continuing to build these Tiger Cavalry. I guess the reason is because he's scared of Terma. I mean, I can't say what else it would be. Another palace to come up here for Magic. The Murmillo onto the back line of Chukonu, but the Chukonu cleaning them up so quickly here. And there we go. Volcanic Forge finally coming in. He needs that extra Pierce Armor for his units. But the thing is, Magic does have the armory upgrade advantage for the moment, for the time being. It's the army now to retreat away, and Magic's going to be able to continue to charge in. I think Magic is getting fooled into thinking he's actually building the right units here. I don't know how much actual time Magic spent playing against China, but I mean, he's just going full infantry at the moment. It's absolutely wild. A whole bunch of ballet coming up onto this position, trying to break through here. Kvoth does have access to advanced defenses. He can go into towers as well if he wants to. Meanwhile, up onto this top position, do see Kvoth trying to make a little bit of a play here as the axe carts coming through. The villagers immediately repairing this one back up. Magic is in full focus mode as now his units can do exactly the same, but maybe even better. Murmillo's to get queued up to the top side of the map. He is getting himself that Titan shield now. How many castles for Magic? He's got 3 palaces at the moment. 3. There's an axe card to come through. Going to try and stop that. More units to come through. Got the Fanatics as well, which are going to be huge. Into the main base. Here he goes. As a trader onto something. I'm not sure what. Over here onto the axe cart. Going after the main town center here, as we do see the Terracotta Riders to come through. But Magic, maybe he doesn't need to do this. Going after the villagers seems like a great idea. Look at the food situation. It's absolutely dire for Kvoth at the moment. Losing all these units to get some defenses up here is going to be completely fine as well. Kvoth now setting up towers over here to boot. As we will see some fire siphons. The siege on the way here for Magic. As these units going to get cleaned up. And where to next? The villagers for Kvoth. The food hurting. He's still at full population though. Tiger Cavalry getting built into basically pure Murmillo. I'm not sure it makes a whole lot of sense. Especially with the Murmillo with Rhea as the upgrade. They get a huge amount of extra armor. Look at that 63% hack armor on those Murmillo. They are a absolute brick wall. As the fire siphons to come through, but that gets cleaned up quickly. The Tiger Cavalry getting good damage done here. Is the axe cart going to break through? And Kvoth is inching towards this town center yet again as the army is out of position on the top side. Magic needs his army down here. Kvoth has trimmed his villagers down to 67, but he does have more trade caravans than Magic does. I guess the question is, do you build Fanatics to deal with the champion Tiger Cavalry? I guess you do. Fanatics, Catapulties as well going to be coming through for Magic. Meanwhile, he's pushing in. He sees the trade route. This is something that Magic does so well. Breaking through the wall here. No upgrades from Kvoth. Makes this very simple. We see another Terracotta Warriors in. Magic going for that trade route. Trying to put a stop to it. There's so much gold in the bank, though. If Magic knew, I'm sure he wouldn't be thinking about it. The army clashing here. Trying to take the town center down. As Magic does manage to pull all the way in onto this position. And those mechanical ox caravans will go down very, very quickly here. But losing the town center isn't something he can really do. I mean, Kvoth is set up on this position nicely. Does he have himself advanced defenses? He does. So these are really, really powerful towers. But he needs some, like, range siege or something. Those axe carts are good, but get out some more of those range siege could be another idea. As Kvoth now dropping down to 40 caravans. But, I mean, in a way, this is a good thing for Kvoth because he's going to get more military at the moment. As the hero Gualfu to start building guard towers and everything else here. The town center repairing itself back up. Champion Catapulties to come through. Murmillo coming in as well. The town center now down to 1500 HP. As Magic sort of running out of steam here. He's got resources in the bank, but the town center falling. This could be it for Magic. More villagers to come in to try and repair this up. The army is just not here. The buildings are. A battle to come through. Magic retreating back. Can he find any sort of other advantage here? He picked up a good, healthy amount of caravans, but I don't think it matters. Kvoth is already back up to 63. And he's got, no, he's not. He's up onto this gold mine as well. That's the palace for Magic. Going to be going down. Buildings going down quickly here. The population advantage now might just be too much. Magic now getting himself flood control. Forgetting that one in this game. There's the llama caravans going down as well. Whole bunch of counter barracks to come in. And another Fey Beast to add insult to injury. They're doing a huge amount of damage here. And we can run in onto the trade route with these bad boys. And that's exactly what he's going to do. And that's going to put a big, big stop to Magic's gold production here. Gold income is going to be it's going to just be over for him. He can't get any more gold here. All the llama caravans going down. The army falling. The town center going to Kvoth. And it's going to be a sweep here for Kvoth. With, I was about to say a quick 3-0, but this was not quick at all. This game was so back and forth. Kvoth found a gigantic advantage early. Magic pulled himself back from the brink. But continuing to throw Murmillo into Chukonu, even though it was like semi-working, it was not efficient. He needed an answer for those Chukonu. And I think that answer was to get some Terma involved. But it just wasn't coming. A whole bunch of amazing plays here from both players. This series 3-0 might seem like a dominant performance, but in reality, very, very close. Magic's going to head to the losers bracket. Kvoth is going to go on to the winners bracket semifinals. As we're going to be moving into a completely different series, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check the post game out. Overview time. Military. Kill loss. Magic in front, but behind in economy. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.